All right, welcome to today's Achieve Mastermind call, Elevate Your Business with Lila Veronica. And today we have some amazing, beautiful souls here that are part of Achieve, and they are showing up. And what we're going to do today is help them reach their goals faster. Direct coaching right now, whoever wants it, and we're going to go through as many people as we can. What the neat thing is about when you show up and you get coached, it actually helps everybody else. So this will help you, but it will also help anybody else if you're willing to volunteer and be the example. And it's a really nice way to collaborate, to mastermind, get new ideas. The one thing that I would ask is that, if somebody has a challenge and we're working through it, be mindful of the sacred container and don't go talking about it outside if somebody doesn't want you to. If you can help them, fine, but don't talk about everybody's problems. Don't give so much attention to somebody else's problems. If you got problems, fix them yourself. Don't focus on somebody else's problems. Can we get a sparkle fingers for that one? All right, we'll create this container as a safe space to express, to get help, move forward, and not be embarrassed or feel weird and too vulnerable. Just move forward, okay? All right, that's what this Achieve's all about, really. It's about, helping each other out. So number one, we've got Leslie here. So this says, I want help to get the fourth final spot in my retreat next month full. I will help you. I have some simple ideas. And what I would say is, I want to know this fourth final spot, when do you want that enrollment to happen by? And then we'll talk about that. So the retreat's next month.
It's actually 4 more spots.
4 final, okay, not the 4th spot. So you want to enroll 4 people into your retreat. How much is your retreat and when is it?
$9.99, April 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Okay. And how many people have you directly messaged about it?
Directly, maybe a dozen. I hate it when you ask me questions I don't like to answer, Lila. A dozen?
Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Yesterday, I sat down on my couch, got cozy with something to drink and some snacks.
My turn, please stop.
I have an event this Sunday. I planned an event a week out. And I sat down and messaged, I think, 23 texts. And I have like 5 or 6 people who are going to come. They said, sign up to the event. And then I'm going to sit down today actually and message probably another 25 or so and get more people and so on and so forth. So here's what I'm going to tell you. We can social media all day, but it's very unpredictable. You can social media if you want, and then you pay attention. Who's liking, who's commenting, who's cheering you on. Direct message. I'm going to tell you right now, if you tell people that you care about them, they're more willing to show up for your stuff. So what I would do, you can tell already, because you don't like the question, right, is that already all you need to do is reach out to people. So here's what I'm actually going to pull my phone up right now and just tell you exactly what I did yesterday. Exact language, and it works. Because we got to be simple and clear and not weird with people. And we can't, like, hey, about my stuff, right? So, but we also don't want to be like not business people. So we want to play this game of kind of in the middle, right? So I'm going to give you, I messaged a gal that I know here in town who's a real estate agent, and she's, always tells me to continue to send events to her when I have them. So I said, hey, Chelsea, I'm hosting a brunch this Sunday at the Palace lobby, and I'd love to see you. So you could say, hey, Chelsea, I'm hosting a retreat next month, and I'd love for you to join us. Okay. Then the next question is that's it. I told her something. I said, I'd love to see you. And I said, would you like me to share the event details with you? So you might say, hi, Chelsea, I'm hosting a retreat next month, and I'd love for you to join us. Would you like me to send you the retreat details? Question mark. Now I'm going to tell you, if you send enough of these, you'll get the people. So what I would say, if you send,
I want my social media to do the magic. I'm being lazy.
Yeah, well, if you want, you can have your social media do magic, or you can make money.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, then you go make money, baby. I'm going to tell you right now, do 100. Maybe you get more people for your future retreat even.
100. I have to do 100 by next week. All right.
Oh, well, you don't have to do anything. I don't care what you do with your life. I'm here to tell you, if you want 4 people, get your ass in gear.
And talk to 100 people. Yes, ma'am. All right.
It's not even talking. You don't have to, but it's not even, it's just literally you sit on your butt and copy and paste. Like, that's it. You don't even have to like do anything. You're not like swinging a hammer here. Like, you're not going to get a splinter. Like, you won't break a toe. It's just like copy paste. 4 days, 25 people a day. See what happens. You might actually make some money and feel good about yourself and confident, because you're competent all of a sudden in your sales process. That's how we become strong business people. It's not because you have some cool offer and retreat. It's because people want it. That's when
you really think about the follow-up part. Okay.
It's huge, baby. So here's the deal. I'm going to give you this. If you do 100 now, even if they don't sign up, they will buy from you later because they actually feel that you care. Even if people don't come to my event, I still invite them to every single thing, because why? If I reach out to them, they feel like I actually am thinking about them. Most people don't care about anybody. If you just show that you care, you win in business, especially in our world of service. Huge. And I would say, invite somebody to something 20 times. Keep inviting, even if they say they can't come. Just keep caring. Care so much about them more than they care about them. And I'll give you an energy thing, because I know you play in energy. Okay, you ready? I want you to do this either within the next 24 hours. Let me know how it goes if you want to. Okay, I'd love to help you here. Is this. Everybody do this, because I know everybody here plays in energy. Take some space and time for yourself in quiet and meditation, or whatever it is your thing you do. And vision, picture it, feel it in your mind. Who's at the retreat? You already know, it's already there.
Yes, ma'am.
Timeline's already there, baby.
I told a lady yesterday that I was visualizing her at my retreat. Okay, I'll do the whole circle.
see what she needs then to get there. See what she needs. And I'm gonna tell you right now, one thing she needs to show up at your retreat is she needs you to continue to ask. Don't give up. If you see her there, don't give up on her. Don't. If she says absolutely not, okay, fine. But don't do the, keep reaching out, keep reaching out, keep reaching. If you see them there, we as leaders, as leaders, I mean, we got to lead at some point, because other people aren't leading themselves. So if we care and show, hey, I want you there, I want you there, I want you there, until they say no, tell them you want them there. Cool?
Yes, ma'am. Heard.
And one more thing, the people that have already worked with you in the past, start with them. People have already given you money of any sort. Start with those people for this retreat. They're probably they're definitely more likely to buy from you, but they may already be there. If they've already given you money, they're more likely to give you money later.
I will report back my successes.
I am excited for you. Would you be willing for the, because Achieve here is all about relationship building and collaboration and connection and referrals. So if you want, you could share a little bit about your retreat right now with the group here, and they could help you even if they know anybody. Does that sound good?
Awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna spotlight you. So you can share, I know you're on the go, but it's okay. So just let everybody know what your event is about.
My event is a wellness retreat for 4 days, 3 nights to reconnect to joy. We will be endeavoring in a lot of different fun activities that you can take on if you want, or it can be an opportunity to just get away and experience some peace and quiet.
Okay, and what are the dates?
Oh, April 7th to April 10th. Yes.
April 7th, April 10th. Beautiful.
Opening circle on Thursday night, so breakfast on Sunday morning. And we have a private chef who's on site the whole time. So even if you didn't endeavor in a single activity, 3 days and 4 nights in a delightful cabin with a private chef is going to be a joy to experience.
I love that. I would give you a piece of advice too for everybody. I hope that give Sparkle Fingers. Is this helpful for anybody else? Okay, good. That's good. So another piece here, this is, I'm a Taurus, so I love food, right? But food gets people places too. So speaking about the food piece, you'll pique somebody's interest. What you just share with us, if you put it in your marketing, it might get you some more people. Like, what if you didn't have to cook or clean your own room or do anything for the next few days? Imagine some of the moms would be like, I'm out of here. Or even some of the dads, like, I'm out of here, right? Like business people, I'm out of here, like whatever. Like get them to be like, you ain't got to do a damn thing. We're going to do everything for you and make you all good feeling inside. Yeah. The reason I say this is because I've hosted a lot of retreats and people come to retreats and if they've been there before and there's new people, they'll say, I've heard them say this. They'll go, the food is going to be phenomenal. Right. Because I always like put the money in the food because I'm like, food is, everybody remembers the food, you know? And so if you market that.
That's why I bought a private chef too.
Market it though. Market that. Keep that in there because it's, you know, it's important to people, you know, that piece to not have to do that.
I forgot to say where it was too, Lila. It's in Winter Park.
Beautiful.
For those of you who know, we're in the
photos of food, photos of Winter Park, photos. People love the visuals, photos of that stuff. Like that. Here's what it is. Make them feel like they're there. Make them feel like, oh man, I wish I was there.
So they can visualize it.
Yeah. All right. Is that good?
Thank you, Lila. Yes.
You're so welcome, honey. Yeah, you got this. Carol wanted to know what's the price point. We should probably, $9.97, I think she said. That's a great deal for somebody to cook for you for 3 days. I mean, you can't even get that like 3 days of food on vacation somewhere if you're in a big city, you know, you gotta.
That was my thought.
Yeah, you go to Aspen or something, you're spending that much easy, right? Like just something. So yeah, go for it, friends. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna see who's next here. We've got selling before having the program built. This is such a good question, David. I'm actually gonna bring you out and say, let's see here. Let me fix this little spotlight thing. This is a question. So does anybody else have this question? Like you have this idea, you don't have it all put it together yet. The program's not built, but you want to sell it. Maybe you don't have it all built out, or maybe you're going to think of something new you want to, but you're like not ready. I am actually going to pull up something I'm doing for a client later this afternoon. Actually, I'm going to pull something up for you. I was just working on. Oh, you know what? My computer shut down, so it deleted, and that's okay. I lost it, but that's okay. What I want to say is this. I'll just tell you, and if you need it in the chat, I can tell you. Show. Let's see how this works. Okay. Number one, you're not really selling the program, you're selling the results. So you're going to make a list of results. Results. Okay. And then you could talk a little bit about what they're going to get in the program, the same thing, but you're going to talk about the results. It's not really like the nitty gritty of all the things, because ideally what you're going to do is you're going to enroll people, get information, and then make your service even better based upon what they really need. It's not conceptual, it's actual humans, right? So what we want to do is, David, come on and share with me a little bit about where you are in your process, and then we'll customize your strategy from there.
So to start off with, I mean, I've got 2 handfuls of programs and stuff that I want to do. So coupled with that, let's just take, for example, doing the heart math program. So it's learning about heart rate variability and coherence. So I already have stuff planned, but going to the results element, how many of the results should I identify? As many as possible, or just do I focus on 2 or 3 results?
What do the people come to you that your people you already have? How big is your audience, like your email list?
My email list is over 500.
Okay. You need more people.
Okay.
For sure. We need to get you like 5,000.
5,000. Okay.
Like, yeah, we got it. I mean, it's not a very big list. Do you know your open rate when you send an email?
Off the top of my head, no, I would have to look at the data that's collected with
so say 20%, we'll just go with a number, say 100 people open. you know? So then if you're going to sell them something out of that, how many people you think would buy anything from you?
Probably, I say about 50%.
Okay, half people because you got a
Actually
strong
open
list.
stuff.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so then your program, how much do you want to pay or charge for it?
My first thought is because it's a 4-week program. So my thought was 197.
Okay, so in 4 weeks for $200, what are people going to say afterwards? They're not going to say, I have heart resonance. They're not going to say that. Okay. What are they going to say?
They're going to say, you know what? I sleep so much better. Or
Okay.
they're going to say, I'm not so edgy. I don't feel so stressed. They're going
They
to
don't feel
say,
so stressed. What part of their life? So their body, I guess, probably their
yeah,
body. Feels better.
body
Their
stress
feels
or just
better.
emotional stress. Yeah.
So
'Cause-
bodies, we've got, stress, the way it feels, emotions are in the body, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
It's the body. When we're stressed, it's actually a chemical response and the body's wonked.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Yeah.
thing where you're doing, getting away from that, right? So the body piece, the sleep piece is still body. So what if your results were focused on the body because that's actually your expertise? That's
Yeah.
where your whole career has been.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I'm
we
a
could
body-
talk about so here, I'm going to give you this. We could talk about all the other stuff, the relationships and all the things, right? Yes. And your people come to you because you're a body expert.
Mhm.
So if you stay focused
Mhm.
on what they need instead of what you could possibly do, you're going to be of service to them so much more, right?
Mhm.
So what I would say is come up with a list of results that are around the body. You just mentioned a few: sleep, stress, the emotional stuff is, you could link that with the body stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, just the tension, the sleeping better,
Sleep, energy,
the
and
intensity.
weight. Sleep, energy, and weight, and then the stress piece. But stress piece sometimes is a reach for people. They can't, because they're stressed, their cognition's not right. They don't
Yeah.
get it sometimes. What they
Yeah.
want is no stress. And then what's going on with their stress? It's ruining their way they feel in their body, their weight, their sleep.
Yeah.
Right. If they're stressed, then their sleep, they're waking up in the middle of the night, or they can't sleep, or their sleep's wonked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those three things. So it's usually sleep, weight, energy. That's probably like pain, right?
Yeah. Pain. Yeah. Just a chronic dull pain. That's just, my shoulders.
All the stuff you're already dealing with. It's all the stuff
Yeah.
you're already dealing with. Because can't your heart math and any of your modalities basically shift their body?
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at his face. Oh,
Yeah.
did you guys feel him? A little bit of spark. Yeah. That's what I would do. I would stay focused, because if you want to talk about the other stuff, that's fine. But where are the people buying that? You need to find then you got to build a whole new, what I would like to say is like, hey, I mean, the truth is I'm a big passionate woman about the body stuff anyways. And people need you right now. Okay. So if you stay focused there, they know they need you. If you try to do new stuff, you're going to have to kind of explain it.
Mhm.
So that's what I would do, sell results. So you might say a heart math program or whatever you want to say for sleep, to get rid of pain. So you could do multiple programs or one program that does multiple results.
Yeah. Like, I've got heart math for, results for performance. So my athletes, this is a huge thing. And there's documented research that for athletes, just using these simple heart math techniques, huge benefits in their overall performance. Some have said, they couldn't
And
make
it's overall
podium.
body performance. I want you to see that.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not performance
And
in the
just-
bedroom, performance in the bank
Yeah.
account, performance in all the places. I mean, it is all that, but your
Yeah.
focus is the body.
Yeah.
So your results, what I would do is keep it simple. What are the things that people complain about? Give them,
You want me to answer that?
you already know, give them the thing to solve that.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a survey right now. If you're on my email list, you saw it. I said, hey, I'm doing this new school.
I
Yeah. What do you guys have?
Yeah.
Because I want to hear the people's language. I need to serve. Like I could come up
Yeah.
with a boatload. I mean, I'm a former curriculum developer. I could come up with curriculum on curriculum on curriculum. But the truth is, what do my people
Yeah.
need? Because I could teach for the
Mhm.
next 12 million years things. I know a lot. We all do, right? If you live
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
few years, you know some things, you know? And so what I want to do is serve my people. So one of the gals responded and she said, and she's one of my colleagues, I've known her for years. She actually helped me start all my online presence. And she said to me, she goes, I've really been thinking about you lately and how flexible you are and awesome that makes you. Which to me, it was like, who says that's that's awesome to be flexible, but whatever. And she said, I'm starting to walk and swim and do these things, but I have a hard time with simple stretching. And I said, hey, do you want to learn some simple stretches from me? I'll do a VIP day with you maybe or something.
Mhm.
Right? So I'm serving. What does she want? She wants to learn some stretching. Can I help her? Absolutely. I can teach her stretching for 12 million years, but I can also teach her in 12 minutes or less. And that's really what she wants because she's a busy mom, entrepreneur type, right? And so she wants a 7 to 12 minute probably stretching thing, and I can give her a whole body stretching experience in that time. I know I can, right? And just help her integrate it. So we could do, it's going to take me some time to teach her, right? But you see what I'm sharing you is this example to say, I'm serving. You see how I'm in service?
Mhm.
And so that's what you want to do. What are they coming to you for? Body problems. So what is your program about? Body solutions.
Body.
And it doesn't matter how you do it. If you come up with your own, if you go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow, you could be, you know how these people have these huge downloads out of nowhere. You might come up with some new thing where you touch somebody on the 4th eyebrow on the inside of the right eye, and it all of a sudden makes them live forever. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how.
Yeah.
Has this answered your question? I know I kind of went.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was just a conversation I was having with my wife last night on this very stuff. And I'm like, she's like, well, what do you got? I said, I got tons of information, tons of ideas. She says, well, just do it. And I just said, like, I know I just need to do one thing, but I've got so many. And I was like, do I just narrow it down in my language for just 1 or 2 results? But yet, yeah, a lot of those other things can be brought up during the sessions. But you know, what's that ultimate thing? I'm using one technique.
You don't know, there is no ultimate thing. It's the only ultimate thing is you taking action. That's the ultimate thing, is helping people. It's not about a thing, because the things always change. This is not the end game for you, darling.
Yeah.
You will learn more. I guarantee. I've met you and I've known you long enough to see that you are a learner, and that's beautiful for your people to know that they can trust you're going to advance your knowledge base. There is no ultimate thing. The ultimate thing is you. All of it. And I'm going to tell you guys all this. I see you and I feel you if you feel this way too, because I have the same experiences. As you may know, I teach body and I teach business. It's very challenging to my mind sometimes to wrap even my own head around how people are going to get that. But they do. And I've made a boatload because I've just done it, even though I don't really always feel like it's the make sense thing, because most people do one or the other in my world of, if they're doing body, they're doing body. If they're doing business, they're doing business. Why teach people how to have a great body and a lot of money, right? It's all my colleagues, friends, mentors are always like, you can do it all. It's fine. You're good at it all. Just do it. Help people. It's linked. You link it. You link your self-worth with the bank account, the body. It's all like root chakra, earthy stuff. It's not any different. It's the same stuff. So I hear you in terms of when you have multiple things you do, right? But it's really about the results. If I can get somebody's body popping, they'll make more money. If I can get them making more money, usually their body's popping. It's all like one. You know, I teach speaking, I teach high-end offers, I teach movement, right? I teach breathing. So these are like modalities sort of, right? I have my own sales, I teach sales systems, right? I have my own, and you know, I have my own stuff. I've taught other people stuff. I want you guys to all just see, like, it's okay to not have the ultimate thing as long as you're helping people, you know, because you're going to do it in a really unique way anyways. The way you bring heart math forward is going to be different than anybody else because of your wisdom and knowledge that you already have. It's Powerful. You will literally like break free the shackles of modality, like mania, if you just go for results. And I'm going to give you guys something, and I'm not telling you to do this because I'm not your teacher here with any modality, but I'm going to tell you that if you don't do the modality just right, like you were told, and you have some sort of other way that it makes more sense for you, it's okay. Modality is not meant to be stuck to perfectly just rigid. It's meant to be integrated. And so I want, I don't know everybody's process, but I do say, be mindful of rigidity around modality and be fluid to shifting for the individual human or the group of humans you serve, whatever. Is that helpful, honey?
It is, and I don't mean to take too much time, but there's one other element, because I come from more of a background of a journey type person as opposed to a results type person. What would be some just simple advice to help me kind of just shift that thinking away from the journey process?
Yeah, people pay for results.
The result process.
People don't like to pay for medicine. People don't like to pay for work. If you want money, they want results. It's like the marketplace. It's business, it's the marketplace. People don't pay for journeys, they pay for results. They don't pay for medicine, they pay for medicine so they can get the pain gone or something. Right. So if you're selling the journey, you will sell, you just won't make as much money.
Right.
You'll make more. Go ahead.
That's kind of been my long, I've kind of grown up that way. I'm more of a journey person, and
I don't know what that exactly means, to be honest.
Meaning I focus a lot on the process as opposed to the results. I just, my brain typically just focuses on the process element as opposed to focusing on the results. So I get stuck. I would
ask you though, I still would ask, I hear you, but I think it's kind of this identity thing you should let go of, to be honest. I think everybody should, because you don't pick every journey. You pick certain journeys that take you certain destinations. You don't get on every boat. You actually only get on certain boats. So you might be focused on the journey, but you got on that boat to get to somewhere. So I'm not fully in with you on this one. To like, it's like this thing that people in the spiritual and personal development world and kind of like growth world do, because they don't want to be like outcome oriented, because it seems somehow not as like, I don't know what, something. It doesn't seem as like moral or a high or something. I'm not sure what it is. And I get it in terms of we need to enjoy life and not just be like future, and we need to be present. But I still would argue that every single person that chooses a process or process focused is in a process toward something. They chose that.
A result. Yeah.
You chose a result, honey. Like you're doing a different one than I'm doing because you want different results than I want, right? So it's just a choice. It's just, I think, an avoidance of wanting to actually say, I deserve those results. It's okay to want results. You do want to enjoy the process. I'm not saying by any means, like I'm not a work hard, wear yourself out kind of girl at all by any means, but I'm saying you chose that road for that result. Yours is body. I would argue you probably, not knowing, but you probably have the desire to have like some sort of ideal of perfect health.
Yeah, personally, yeah.
That's a result. You're on the paths, all the paths to perfect health.
Yeah. Okay.
And people want health. People very stressed and suffering around health.
Yeah.
We can see it everywhere, especially the past few years. It's highlighted even more. So you do great in processes toward that body thing. Yeah. All of us helpers try to sell the process instead of the results because we are process oriented. Helpers are more process oriented. I get it. But if you really step back the whole picture, it's only part of the picture.
Yeah.
It's like a morality thing or a thing. I don't know why we do that, but we say we're not, but we really are. That's why we're not on Wall Street, or we're not a teacher, or we're not, we're different. We're doing something different for different. Yeah. So does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to give you guys one little marketing language thing. It's if you have your process, your inner stuff, your medicine stuff, you're talking about in your marketing, just put a little so that you can reach optimal performance and ideal health. Something like that, right? So it's like you can do the process stuff and talk about it, but link it at least so that like you don't have to always say work with me for optimal performance. You can say work with me to increase your heart brain connection so that, and whatever it is your people care about most. So I could stay for another couple minutes if anybody wants. Carol, do you want me to talk about your 6-figure year? I don't mind.
You actually answered some of the variables and in the conversation. So I'd like to at least give somebody else a moment or so. I don't know if Kim or
well, I would say you are the next person, so I'll give you a couple minutes if you want it. No pressure.
okay, so I'm just learning to hold the space in my own belief of holding space. So when Robert had said go out, start at the $100 place, and I did, and then I used the scholarship, which is
okay. I'm going to pause you. I'm going to pause you before we go into all the details because I'm going to make sure we keep it tight and get you where you need to go. So I'm going to pause you and just ask you a question first, okay? Because what is your low, medium, and high price points?
2, 4, and then
8,000.
Yes.
2,000, 4,000, 8,000. Okay.
Yep.
Which one do you feel the most comfortable selling?
Right now, I guess it's the 2 because
Okay.
I haven't figured out the rest of them yet.
Totally. How long is the 2,000?
It's a 1-year container, but it's 6-week training.
What does that even mean?
So they have to do bursts, right? And so they have to be at 2 bursts. They have to do, 3 bursts, and they have to do 3 prenatal. So, but the actual classroom is 6 weeks.
What's the difference between the 2, 4, and $8,000 programs in terms of results? Not the stuff not the work.
Right. The results are, you're going to be enhancing. So the one is just doula. The other one is going to be midwifery assistant, and the one is one-on-one mentorship along the way. The whole process.
What's the results of the 8,000?
The results they will be able to hold their own space. They'll know their own legacy. They'll have their bio. Their leverage will be.
Hang on. Greater. Are you helping them with the business?
Yeah, their legacy and their doula business. Or
what do you mean by legacy? What does that mean?
So legacy is, for example, I've been doing births for 40 years, and how I do births is the type of legacy I have. So each person has a legacy of their own, whether they're awake enough to it or not. And
okay, I get the kind of inner. Okay, right. I'm just trying to figure out your actual program. The difference between them. So your 8,000, how is it going to provide a legacy versus the 2 and the 4? Let's go there.
Because they will be completely holding their own space in their authenticity. They don't have to be doulas to do that. But one of the things that they're coming to me for is doula training. I'm going to pause.
I'm just going to pause you. I don't get it. Kim, do you get it? No. Okay. That's okay. We're going to help you.
Okay.
This is why I heard you say I have a 2, a 4, and you paused 8 and an 8. It's because that 8 isn't clear yet.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you this.
Okay.
To make 6 figures, you need to get that 8 clear, because a 2 and a 4 is going to be hard. You could get there 4,025 clients for sure. A 2,050 clients, maybe totally. It's going to be a lot more work on you though. And I would offer you to go higher. Would you like a couple things? You can get help next week. I can help you. You can send over stuff. I'll go through with you. But what I would say is, between whatever you do, whether your mind help and achieve or somewhere else, get really clear with this 8,000. Remember when I said people want results? I didn't hear any results. Mm-hmm. Legacy is like a good thing. but like, I didn't hear anything that got them there. So legacy happens when we have impact, right?
Correct.
So we want to figure out, so somehow you're probably teaching them how to become their true, themselves and all that. But then also I'm assuming you're training them how to
pull out their impact and knowing their own story and
so knowing, okay, I'm going to keep going. I hear you.
Yeah.
I know the legacy thing. I've been around long enough, heard about it, I get it.
Okay.
What I'm telling you is that people who help people create legacy do it in a grounded way. So we need to get that language.
Right.
What is it that they want? Do they want to have a business? Is that what it is? Is they want to have their own modality, their own reach, audience?
They want a bigger impact. They want to be seen, heard, and known for
And
the
how
impact.
does that $8,000 program help them do that?
That's now I'm heading to the process. And that's what I'm formulating.
So it's okay. What I feel is that, what are they going to pull out their credit card and give you it for? Is it to create a legacy? When somebody has no reach at all, they have a hard time even imagining a legacy.
Mhm.
I can imagine a legacy because I have reach. If you've been around long enough, like you can imagine a legacy. If you're working with people, so is this for somebody who is ready for that?
Yeah, it's for somebody who knows and they just haven't put all the pieces together. Who's already had an impact. They know that but they're not showing up fully. And I'm still practicing.
Showing up fully where and how?
That's the whole piece. Whatever that impact has been.
Where do you make impact? Are they not showing up in front of people?
In front of people, they're not.
In the market, is it a business thing?
It can be the variables. So some of them are just to be known, to be seen. They're not fully showing up. So they want to write. They don't want to. They haven't written their book. They don't have their professional bios. They don't have, front page news articles. They don't have a way in which to draw people to them so that they can share what they've done.
So this is marketing, right? Is this true, or do you do marketing stuff?
It is marketing.
Okay.
And it just happens to be a certain way.
Great. That's so do you help them with marketing?
Yes, I'm helping them with their marketing. Yes.
And they grow their audience. Is that true? Grow their audience. So
Yeah.
the reason they might not be showing up is because they don't have audience.
Yes.
Right. So if that's a piece, is the $8,000 program help them build their audience and the 2 and 4 don't?
It is much more personalized. The other ones are just beginning to feel your way. They're not as established as somebody else's who's really made something happen.
Are they helping them grow? Is the 8,000 grow in the audience and the other 2 not?
They're at a more baby step.
Are they growing their audience or not?
Yeah, they'll be growing their audience. Yes. And their confidence along the way.
Confidence comes from competence. It doesn't, it's like, that's just that.
Right.
What, so can you feel how it's not totally clear?
It is because
that's
I'm
okay.
yes, because I'm in the formulation of it.
I have an idea for you.
Okay.
I'll share, and then let's just continue the conversation. We'll support you and help you out here. Yeah.
Okay.
That feel good? Okay.
Yeah.
Couple things. Number one, at any one time, it's always good to focus on not too many offers. So if you're selling at one time, maybe you could do a sell where you do a 2,000, upgrade them to a 4,000, upgrade them to an 8,000, or 2 to an 8 or 4 to an 8, so you want to look at that big picture. Like if somebody comes in at this level, what are they going to need this first level? Usually the first level, maybe for something like you're doing, I'll just give you some ideas, but your work.
Right.
The first level could be kind of like it's this kind of like, who am I in the marketplace, right? Like, what can I even do? And that's like that I feel like that's that bringing out your uniqueness, your unique value, or your special thing that can be your legacy leader thing, right? So I've done on myself a lot of self-awareness things, right? Anybody in this group has, right? I know a lot about myself. I know my positives. I know my negatives even. I know all of it. I know what my potential is both ways, right? And so I can see pretty clearly, and I still get confused. And this is what I teach. I still get confused sometimes. Like, body or business? It's like, I just do both. It's what's here. It's not about that. There's a deeper thing about the legacy, right? It's like about owning your worth, right? And so the first piece is that sense of like, what can I do? What's going to work? Who am I kind of thing, right? And then the second thing is when they have a little bit of confidence, but they're still not sure of like, well, how do I?
Yes.
Like, what do I? Who am I? What do I do? Right? Kind of like find your unique calling, kind of whatever the thing is you do. That first piece. And the second piece is usually, well, how do I find people to do this with? How do I do this? It's like this how thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, in that second phase of the how, it's usually not the how. It's usually still, they don't trust who they are.
Yes. Mhm.
So we got to take some, actions, even if we're not sure if it's going to work, right? In that phase, that second phase. So that's your second phase program probably. And then that third phase is people are like, I know who I am. I could use some help with like some ingredients. You could help me understand myself better, but I pretty much know who I am. I know the kind of work I want to do, but I need help to do more of it. And there's some things getting in the way. It could be my social, my emotional, my physical, my spiritual, my financial. There's all these things about us, that layers that could be in the way of getting where we want to go as legacy. But you can't take somebody who has no idea who they are and sell them legacy. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. It won't work. So that's when I would say, let's look at this and say, okay, maybe it's like a who am I, how can I, and let's rock this.
Yes.
And so if anybody's around business, you want to talk about, if you talk to business people at all, you need to talk about numbers and money and goals and around that stuff. If we avoid talking about numbers to business people or prosperity, abundance, I don't care how you talk about it, but if you don't talk about it, you're ignoring the elephant in the room. That's what they want. Now, people who have the money already in business want the time. So if they don't have the money already, they want the money. If they have the money, they want the time. They still want money, but they want the money with the time. Time is more valuable to people with money. I guarantee, I promise you.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a lot of people who are like, you're so busy. I'm like, no. I have a lot of time. You would be surprised what my schedule looks like. Do I do a lot? Yeah, relative to most people, but I'm extremely efficient. I take a lot of time off because I know I can make money, right? You can make money working hard or working smart, right? So you're going to be that $8,000 program. It could be people who have been working hard and you can help them work smart, right? So the people that aren't being seen, heard, all that stuff, that second phase for sure. Third phase, like usually they're ready and willing. They just need some help. Right? Or maybe they already are, but they need to show up differently. Like I see a lot of people, honestly, that show up online and I'm like, if I could just like change their background or change their outfit or like just change the way they like, stop doing this, you guys. You are not a like Mecca like a high, Mecca honey ho over here, Pee-wee's Playhouse, like, like, give me all of you, darling. Like there's certain things that I'm like, oh my God, I can help them make so much more money or connect with people so much easier. Just by a few things if they show up differently. Maybe they are showing up, but they just need to show up with a higher level of like awesomeness, right? Can you see how that third program, all of a sudden, look at you're smiling. You know who I'm talking about too. You got people in your mind probably.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so maybe look at those three programs and say, how could I maybe take people through the whole process from even somebody's a beginner, like 2 to 4 I think that'll help you see that $8,000
much easier,
a little bit easier. Mm-hmm. Does those three different kinds of people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Really, really nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah, girl. And if you want to, I'm going to keep doing hot seats for everybody for a while. And if you guys want hot seats, just message me and I'll help you with any specifics. Even if you want like messaging, like, hey, look at my program. What do you think about these words? Or strategy to get more people, leads, anything. Just, we want to help you make more money this year, basically. Help more people, right? You're rocking it. So let's keep you in momentum.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Go, Carol, go. All right. Cam, do you have any questions, baby? Was this helpful for you?
Yes, I'm heading out to another call. Thank you. And thank everyone for making it great. And I look forward to seeing you next week.
See you guys next week. Okay. Have a beautiful week.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye, friends. Bye, Jenny Lynn. See you, honey. Bye, Leslie. Bye, David.